and nickname around the club?
My name's Shay. I'm 20 years old and my nickname around Williamstown is Motor.
Alright, so name is Carden Flaherty, 48 years old, and everyone knows me as Ace.
So my name is Josh Gordon, my age is 16 and my nickname around the club is Flash.
Hi, I'm Finley, I'm 11 years old, I play for Williamstown Lacrosse Club and I do not have a nickname.
My name is Josh Ardossi, my nickname is Dotty or Dotman. I'm 38, nearly 39, don't tell anyone that.
Hi, my name is Archie, I'm 18. One of my nicknames around the club is, which is pretty recent, is Fender Bender, because yeah, I smashed my car.
My name is Damien Orr. I am 50 years old, and I guess the nickname I'll go with is Damo.
My name's Bryce. I'm 17, and my nickname around the club is either Bruce or Sauce.
It's unlike any sport you've ever seen. Okay, so a lot of people draw comparisons to things like ice hockey or hockey, right? But the reality is it's not. It's totally different.
Lacrosse is, well, in fact, one of the oldest sports known to man. It's 40 to 60,000 years old. And men's lacrosse originates in North America. The Haudenosaunee, who they are now known as, or the Native Americans, as we might have known, they're the founders of the game, and this is their sport. So it's a white man's version of their sport, but it's their sport that we play.
It's thousands and thousands of years old. You used to play a modified version of war, as opposed to so warring tribes. And instead of blatant killing of each tribe, they used this sport as a way to reconcile problems and issues.
I have a little routine, and I'm sure everyone has their own little routine. But when I put my gear on, I put all my left side on. So I put my left arm guard, then my right arm guard, left glove, right glove. I wouldn't say that I'm superstitious, but it's kind of just a habit I've got into.
One of my other rituals is my mum is the scorer. So mum's now scored, she scored for many years. She won't like me using a number. And she retired from scoring, but then I dragged her out of retirement to score in Div 1. One of the things that happens at half time, she'll make me a coffee.
Okay.
The boys all bag me out for drinking a latte on the bench at half time. I'm like, but it's good coffee.
I come down, if we're playing at home, I throw against the wall for a little bit. And then I have like a way with I put on my gloves, always left first, with my shoes left first, everything just left first. It's just something weird. And then when I'm stepping onto the field, I always step on with my left foot first.
I have this halftime routine where we pretty much have snakes at halftime, or like oranges or whatever. And I always grab like 5 snakes for my mum and just run over. And then that's always been a thing ever since I started from like under 15.
The aim of the game, or the rules, and the intent of the game is the teams must compete to win possession of the ball and then must progress the ball towards their attacking half of the field and then utilise speed, strategy, finesse to manipulate the defensive team into a position that will allow them to be able to throw a high quality shot at the goal and beat the goalkeeper who is defending the goal at that time. And so the goal is a 6 foot by 6 foot sort of square with a gigantic man usually standing in the middle with rocks in his brain.
The history of Willie Lacrosse, I know it dates back like ages.
I believe Willie Lacrosse has been around since 1898.
Our founder is James Ferrin. We won our first premiership in 1963, which my grandfather won.
So lacrosse came to Australia during the gold rush. So the Canadians came out, and there was a guy named Lambton Mount. Williamstown was actually a late lacrosse club coming, because a lot of lacrosse clubs, the MCC, the first lacrosse club, the red and blue team, started in the 50s, and Williamstown didn't come along until 1898. They were founded and played their first season in 1899, and they were founded with a meeting in the Mechanics Institute. A guy by the name of Carl Radford, who plays today, says he's related to him, so we'll believe that. And he motioned that we start a Williamstown Lacrosse Club. And so, you know, it's not that colourful a story. It didn't rise up out of the ashes, but I mean, interestingly, that the gold rush brought lacrosse to Australia.
But I remember we used to have a ground over on the Hat Reserve, and the Rotunda is where we used to store all our goals and gym equipment. And I remember going through that, and there was just like buckets, like containers of wooden sticks. We just threw them all out. The struggle that we have at the moment is trying to get that base pool of kids. We seem to be too spread out. Things have got to change. Look, Australia seems to be the only country where lacrosse is going backwards. You know, you look at all these other countries now that it's taking off. We were up there, like we were consistently third in the world behind the US, Canada, maybe second every now and then. But now we're sort of just hanging on to that.
Post-World War II, when basically, you know, Australia, we'd been under direct threat from Japan. A lot of people had been involved in the war effort, and lacrosse had just fallen away. And it really took something extraordinary from those guys to rebuild lacrosse at that period. So, you know, we have survived before. So that's the positive thing. We're sort of now, I think the good thing about where we are now is we're probably as low as we're going to go looking up. So because of the strength of lacrosse all over the rest of the world, I think that's going to drag us back into to having a bright future.
This is the grand final. We got done by 8 goals going into the last.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that one. Don't show that one.
Being able to share the field with some pretty incredible players is quite special, you know. Like this year playing State League, I was lucky enough to share the field with 4 or 5, maybe even 6 current Australia players. So just being around people that are at that level is pretty special.
Scoring goals. Scoring goals, no-brainer, that's it. Big hits, big ground balls, blah, 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 blah. Great feeds, awesome. But scoring goals is the best part of this game.
That you get to smack people with a stick. That's definitely one big part, but definitely just the culture around the club is always grouse. The people that you meet just by playing one sport throughout the years, it's great to know that you can meet those people and keep them around, that you know that they'll be around for the rest of your life.
My favourite part of the game, this is easy. It's when a long stick strips an attackman down the forward line, goes over the top, around the back, picks the ball up off the ground, bolts down the field, give and go from the back left corner and sticks it around the back right up there.
You know, when you come to our club and you come and play, everyone knows who you are straight away. So no matter whether you're a sort of under 12 or you're a senior player, one of the really great things about the club is that you get known. So whereas when you go to the bigger codes like footy, like cricket, like basketball, you tend to be just on off the court and you're a number, but at the Williamstown Lacrosse Club, you're actually a name. So, and that's kind of fun.